Wow. Gotta love the cool music playing for you on a Monday morning here on your number one station, RX Radio. I am Fatboy. How you doing? I'm here hanging out with Olive. Hello, Olive. How are you today?
Hi, Fatboy. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
It's been a minute since I asked you about your daughter. How is dadding going?
Well, it's going well, I guess. You know, she's growing really fast and she's almost 2 months.
Yeah.
I think, this week she makes 2 months.
Yes, on Wednesday.
My goodness.
Yes.
It's amazing.
2 months of being a daddy. That sounds so good.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to getting to know her more as she grows in her intelligence and can start to talk. And really, that's what I'm looking forward to, is to have conversations with this little girl.
The most impressive period is when they start to talk. They start with syllables and then they start stringing them together. And then you're like, oh my God, like they can't fail to baffle you. You're always surprised.
Well, she's definitely going to be a Luganda speaker for sure.
Really?
Because she's surrounded by people who speak that language. So I think that's going to be the language she will adopt first.
The mom speaks Luganda?
Doesn't she?
No, she doesn't.
Are you serious? What language does she speak, aside from English?
Okay, she knows Luganda and other languages, but her main language is English.
Oh, I see. Not that that's a good or a bad thing.
It's not.
I don't really mind. In fact, I would rather she learns Luganda because
because you don't speak your language.
Yes. So I need someone who can help me bargain and hustle and negotiate in the market.
And honestly speaking, it's good for a child to at least know one local language.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the plan. That is the plan. Speaking of plans, what's the plan for tomorrow?
I have no plan, Fatboy. Please.
Come on now, it's Valentine's Day.
Do not ask such questions.
Okay, so I'm guessing
me in a tight position.
You're waiting for someone else to have the plan. Typical
If
woman.
there was someone else, I would wait for them to make the plan. But right now, I'm the way I came from my mother's womb. I'm like Sohana, alone.
But I feel like ladies these days, they have a lot of options. They have a lot of gentlemen they're talking to.
But you see, when
they don't put their eggs in one basket these days.
Maybe they don't. They talk to multiple people. But when it comes to Valentine's Day, my personal opinion is that it should be a day for actual couples. If someone sent me a gift, well and good, but I can't be there and be like, oh, I started talking to him last week, so he must send me a gift. No.
Well, that's typically the expectation. You'd be surprised.
You don't talk to someone for just a few days and expect them to spend.
Are you joking? With these ladies of Kampala, my friend, you could have started dating her a day ago, and if tomorrow is Valentine's, she'll expect a big splash.
Oh gosh, no. For me, I don't subscribe to that. As in, the relationship is still new. Maybe you could even be talking and you have not even gone on one proper date, and you're expecting a gift already. I think that's too much.
Well, while we're on the topic of relationships, let's talk about same-sex relationships. Very spicy topic, and the extent to which the Church of Uganda frowns upon it, and how that is now going to be their reason for breaking away from the Anglican Church. This is it's been one of the most protracted, long-lasting divorces I've heard of. What I mean is the process of divorce.
Yes.
Because they've been talking about this over 10 years. Because the Anglican Church has made its position on same-sex marriage known for a while. I think they have even ordained gay clergy. So this rift has been there for a while.
Actually, what happened the 10 years ago you're referring to, the Church of Uganda broke off from the Anglican Church of America. Mm-hmm. So now they have been threatening to move away from the Church of England in the event that they normalize uniting same-sex couples. And this week, the Church of England sat, and among its resolutions was to join gay couples in church. And the Church of Uganda has always said, if they take that direction, we're not going to be part of it.
Okay, well, we've mentioned before on this show how, if the concern is, you want to protect the sanctity of marriage, homosexuals and lesbians are the least of society's worries, because heterosexuals are doing a damn good job on their own,
their own, yes,
to destroy the sanctity of marriage.
But the concern is not only about the sanctity of marriage. The concern is that the Church of England is moving away from the principles of God, as in Christianity follows the Bible. And in the Bible, he said from Genesis to Revelation, God is against homosexuality. So you telling us that you're normalizing it, that it is okay, that is not what we signed up for. And we will not be party to it.
Now, what about the financial association? Is there not going to be some consequences from this divorce?
Of course, if there has been money coming in from England to Uganda, that's is going to be cut off, but there is still another association of bishops that is not party to this, to the gay marriages, and Uganda still subscribes to that. Actually, it is that association that suspended or was expelled Ntagali from the church after his escapades.
Yes. Okay. So it's about the principles, is it?
It is about the principles and teachings of Christianity.
The Church of England insists that it is not changing its doctrine of marriage, but that in practice they're doing precisely that. If it looks like a wedding and sounds like a wedding, it is a wedding. So they're being firm on this.
Yeah, and that's what they said. And the Archbishop was saying, you cannot say you're not going away from principles, yet what we see, according to or as opposed to what is written in the Bible, are two different things. We have stories in the Bible of God destroying cities over homosexuality. And you are here telling us, no, we are just joining people, but if you want to marry a woman and, be loyal to that person, go ahead. It's contradictory. That's what the Church of England is doing.
Now, of course, Hollywood has done its hardest. They've really, really tried to, romanticize, gay marriage, homosexual marriage, lesbians, and so forth. Now, I don't know too much about how it works out for them. I don't know any same-sex spouses myself. So I don't know if...
Oh, you don't know Ellen and Portia?
Like, personally, I don't know.
Oh, personally, in real life?
Yes, I've never, seen, a couple who are married and they're of the same sex. This I've not seen.
I know gay people, but I don't know gay couples. I'm like you.
So and I mentioned last time that I don't even know why these activists want there to be marriage. It's like, yo, you guys have it good. You're not going to have some clingy partner saying, hey, where is this going? Are you even serious about me?
And you know what's funny?
Are you wasting my time?
And you know what's funny? Even when they are of the same gender, when they get married, there is one who is acting as a woman and another who acts as a man. So one who acts as a woman will still be doing the traditional roles of the home. You'll find that maybe a guy is bringing in the money and then one of them stays at home to raise the children, takes care of the home. And it's that person that normally has needs of, we don't talk enough, you're not home enough. It doesn't matter whether you're of the same gender.
And I think for those who sort of argue against these sort of gender norms and stereotypes, I think that is the proof of it, that even within the same-sex relationships, the dynamic still exists where one is more dominant and another may be more submissive. One is more masculine, another one more feminine. And I don't know why when it comes to heterosexual relationships, they want to argue that such distinctions don't exist, whereas they're happy to celebrate those distinctions in same-sex relationships where the woman can be the more masculine and her partner can be the more feminine.
It is just confusion, but those dynamics already exist.
There was a film I saw.
Even by the nature we are made.
There was a film I saw, I think it was called Boondock Saints, and it had this guy, Willem Dafoe, and it was about some gangsters in Boston, some Irish-American gangsters. And so Willem Dafoe was this detective investigating some organized crime, and he plays a character who was gay, and I think in real life he is also. But anyway, so there's a scene where he's lying in bed with his partner, and his partner, or boyfriend in this case, was being very, very clingy, complaining about how he stays out late and doesn't call. And he actually, the Willem Dafoe character, pushed him away because he was lying on his chest, pushed him away and said, get off me. Like, you're such a whiny, and used the F word. The F word that means a gay man, which is an impolite word.
Yes.
And I just found that funny, because why would you call someone that when that's what you are also? But apparently it's like the more masculine ones don't see themselves that way. I think the more feminine gays are the ones that sort of embrace the term more, more gladly. In fact, for the ones who are like the more masculine gay person, you usually can't even tell they're gay.
Oh, there are some that are even disgusted by the whole idea of them being the ones, that do
basically these the very
beats,
effeminate ones, the more flamboyant ones.
Yes.
Those are actually the ones that are have the more feminine vibe, right?
Exactly. So the masculine ones are the ones that can actually live double lives. He's married, but he's gay. You get?
Right.
Because you cannot tell them apart. He will
Usually
be in a
he'll
group of guys and he will fit in.
But actually you can tell.
Really?
He's usually too super smart, sharp suit, shiny shoes.
What are you saying? Our
too
men that
well
are clean
groomed.
and are groomed. And
I mean, it's usually a
about...
telltale sign, isn't it, of someone being gay? Or at least, yeah.
I've had this said about some guys, but anyway, I can't confirm, because some of them have gone ahead to get married, they have children, but that is not still proof that they are not, living double lives.
They might be swinging both ways for all we know.
But for me, the big question here is, if what you want is to be with a fellow man or a fellow woman, then why do you go the extra mile to look for one that has feminine attributes?
Instead of just getting the female.
Exactly. Or the women. If you want to be with a fellow woman, then why do you have to look for a woman that is more like a man, like let's say Ellen, in the case of Ellen?
Or Kasha.
You get. And of course, no one is talking.
Like, why do you date Kasha? No, why not just get a dude?
I know.
Because you're going to date Kasha, and then she's going to wear a strap-on and then make love to you.
I was coming to that. I'm like, so how about the gadgets that are used, when these people are engaging in, sexual matters? Women will find something that looks like the one for a man.
Exactly.
Even for men, I don't really know much. But what I'm saying, if you really need that, then get a man.